Mad because they can't do makeup. Especially with women like you. Hey boo, what is up? So we are doing a beginner's makeup tutorial today. It's going to be a natural look, but with a little bit of a pop, like appropriate for nighttime, really sexy, really fun, really cute. And when I say natural, it's minus all of the fun colors. We're going to use more muted tone and really truly focus on the skin. And child, I need it because my skin is going through a few things, so we need to do full coverage. This is how I would do my makeup if I was going out and I don't want the full glam, which means I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing the eye look, carving out the brows, using a bunch of product, but I do still want full coverage, full glam. I want to look beautiful but not glamorous. Glam but not glamorous. Like, I don't want to look like I'm going to a party, like it's New Year's Eve or a Christmas party or a birthday celebration or bridal. I don't want to look like that, but I do want to look sexy, sultry, really pretty, really natural. This makeup that we're doing today is so perfect for going out because it gives in all types of lighting: high lighting, low lighting, the horrible bathroom lighting. And this is a beginner's tutorial, meaning that I am going to explain to you what it is I'm doing and why. It doesn't mean it's gonna be quick. It doesn't mean it's gonna be easy. It don't mean it's gonna be easy for you. So hey to all of my returning viewers, we're gonna do a fun, cute new eye look today. Hi if you are new here, and if the trolls are up in here, shut up, sit back, look, listen, and learn. Don't tell me how to teach on my channel. You clicked on my video and oh, that wasn't easy. Listen, if you don't know how to do this, just give up makeup altogether, because this is going to be easy. If you don't know how to do what we're going to do today, then babe, you'll never learn cut crease. You'll never learn halo. You'll never learn any of the advanced eye looks that you could do, or makeup looks. You'll never work backstage at a fashion show doing couture. You just hang it up. Or you can be quiet and learn something, or you can watch another video of mine. I do have quick 5-minute, 10-minute dot makeup, but that's not what we're doing today. We're doing a beautiful, natural looking makeup look. Okay, now that the disclaimer is out of the way, let's start with the skin, because oh, my skin is doing so bad right now. I got a red spot right here. It's red, it's tender, it hurts. I was a little rough with it. I had one of those bumps under the skin that are so painful. So I have to nurse that back to health. And I have just like damage on my face, like from picking and different stuff like that. So we just gotta, it's a good thing we're doing full coverage today. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go in with my Avo Cosmetics Botanical Toner. This is all natural, vegan, and organic. And of course, you can find it on my site. Next, pressing a little bit of SK2 Facial Essence Treatment into my skin. Ooh wee. It's burning. My little spot is burning. It's so tender. Put some hyaluronic acid on it just to give it some moisture. And then we're going to use the Kiehl's Niacinamide Serum for the rest of the face. Tapping it in, patting it in to potent. I know you be forgetting I'm a licensed esthetician. I know you do. And then I've been going in with the Chanel Skin Enhancer because, I mean, it just makes a world of a difference. It really does. It starts you off looking good. Now I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown eye base and face base and start priming the skin. Now I'm going to take my Milk Hydro Grip Primer and I'm going to concentrate this like in the center of my face, almost like the nose and around my mouth. And I'm concentrating this there because this is sticky. It's really gripping. Makeup tends to break apart on the nose, like if you sweat, if you're oily, and it just breaks apart there first. So I'm going to put the gripping primer on my nose and in where I know my trouble zones are. And just work that in. See that? Perfect. And then also around my mouth, I'm going to color correct because this is where it gets really dark for me. This is the Live Tinted Color Corrector, and that's the shade. I'm not sure if you can see it. Tap that in, because I mean, we're gonna put so much on top of this, it doesn't have to be blended out perfectly or anything. And then I like to start with concealers, because the longer you let your concealer sit, the more coverage you have. So I'm gonna go in with this Natasha Denona one for underneath my eyes, and this Gucci one right here for around my mouth, because this one right here is crease proof. So I'm gonna saturate this everywhere I know that the makeup breaks apart. And this Natasha Denona concealer right here, I mean, it is like the absolute best. I don't know if you could tell, but it's a little bit orange. It has like a color corrector in it. You know, Natasha Denona is a makeup artist, and she developed this, and it is so good. Like, you can definitely tell when makeup artists develop product, they just perform differently. I'm just gonna take 2 little stripes like this down my nose so that I can begin the contour. And as you can see, I placed the concealer like in an upward fashion like that, so that we can have a lift. And usually while the concealer is sitting, I do my brows and just do other stuff. So I'm gonna go in with the Sashu lip stain. I have been loving using this because it just makes a really big difference to me, like especially when, you know, if you are going for the night out and everything like that, you're eating, you're talking, you're drinking, your lip is going to wear off. So this right here, it leaves you with something on your lip, so that when your lip combo does wear off, you still are left with a stain, and you could just like put a gloss on top of that or just leave it. Okay, now I'm going to pull a little bit of brow powder throughout my brows. Just take an angled brush and wiggle back and forth to start putting a little bit of color into the brow. This way you could get really in there against the skin, really sloppy because you haven't done anything yet. Brush it out. Try not to talk too much so this could dry down. It don't take long to dry. Now I'm going to take my dry beauty blender and this Charlotte Tilbury spray, this one in particular, and wet the blender and start blending out the concealer by tapping it in. This really locks it in, and it really helps the makeup to not budge. Like, I've tried to do it other ways. This is the way if you crease. Just tap it in like that. Then start blending out the under eye, because we're going to tap a little bit of that damp sponge underneath the eye as well. Just blend it out first with a brush, kind of get it blended out. And then tap it. Start at the bottom, the edges, and then work your way toward your under eye. Okay, now we're going to go in with foundation. I have just been into this one size. It is just everything. It makes the skin look perfect. It erases everything. It blurs everything. It looks so beautiful. Okay, it's full coverage, and it's best to use it with the sponge. A little bit of this goes a long way, so I'm not going to use much. Especially because I don't have to hit the neck too much because of what I'm wearing, but I usually would have to take this down my neck because, like I said, it's a little bit too dark. So you want to take this sponge like this and just start patting it in. When you need full coverage, you don't want the makeup to move, pat. Push my scarf back a little bit. Ugh, so I can get my hairline. Going back with that concealer brush and blending that into the foundation. We're just going to use the concealer brush and the sponge and go back and forth until it's seamlessly blended. And that's the thing about makeup, it takes time. Like if you're done already, then it's a chance that your makeup isn't blended, that it isn't seamless, that it's patchy, especially when it comes to the eyes. Like when you want to do an eye look, you have to take your time blending. That's why like I love Full Glam a lot, but you know, I don't do it as often as I used to because it takes time. When I used to do clients' makeup, I know they used to be sitting there like, oh my God, this bitch still putting makeup on me. It's been an hour. But I wasn't putting product on all of the time. Most of the time was spent blending. That's why when you do the quick makeup, you don't use a lot of product, because the more product that you use, the more time you're gonna have to take to work it in and blend it out. Okay, now I'm gonna take the time to highlight the rest of my face real quick. I'm gonna go in with the Chanel and the Dior. This Chanel one is so good for underneath the eyes and all over the face. I typically have 2 sets of concealers, one for underneath the eyes and one for on the face. Underneath the eye, you don't want a concealer that's too heavy, too thick. It's a very delicate balance when you are choosing a concealer for underneath the eye. For the face, that's a different story. But this Chanel one right here, this is one of the rare ones, super duper rare for me, that I would use this underneath my eye and on my face. And then this Dior one right here, we're going to put this on just to brighten up the inner corner. So just take a little right between the brow. You don't need much. And this is so creamy. Like it feels like velvet. On the chin. A little bit right above the lip. Down the bridge of the nose. This is one of the ones that I will repurchase over and over and over again. I already know. I'm a concealer fanatic. I'm obsessed with concealers. They're my favorite makeup product. This foundation is way too dark, but I'm still going to show you how to add your contour. Okay. We're taking this right above the hollow. You see the hollow? We're going to go right above that. We don't need any bronzer with this, but let's just do it. And you put this wherever you want it to recede, or where you already see a shadow being cast naturally. So like for here, for instance, you could cut the jaw, take away some of the turkey neck. Then we're gonna take this Dior and we're gonna just paint it right in the inner corner. You want the brightest of your makeup to be in the center of your face. If you have, you know, a normal eye space, or if your eyes are close together. Now, if your eyes are farther apart, then you could put a little bit more dark up in here. But when the center of the face is nice and bright, you look younger, you look awake, you look refreshed. And that's where you want the light to be drawn. You want the light to be drawn to the center of your face and to your eyes. So always make right up in here nice and bright. Okay, so even though we don't have to like let these concealers sit, we're going to. So let's blend out like the contour first. And I can use a little bit more on my forehead. And then also when you blend out the dark first, because the light is going to kind of blend into it and take it down a little bit. So I'm just pressing this in. Rapid, small strokes. Okay, now we're going to stamp in the concealer. Almost forgot to do the nose. I want to blend that out. Just blend it out. Like nothing too harsh, nothing too major. We're gonna come back to all this later. This is just like the first layer. And this is the longest part of the routine. Like, all the rest of it gonna go really quick. And when you take the time to perfect the base, that's all that you need. I say it all of the time. When you have that flawless skin, that's it. Just going back and forth with that concealer brush. And then this brush right here is so good. It blends everything for you. You don't have to know how to do makeup at all. All you need is this brush. It's gonna blend it for you. Okay, then we're gonna tap this in. Tap, tap, tap. This Dior Backstage concealer is really pretty. When I first got it, I was like, why did I buy that? And I just kept playing with it and working with it and learning it, and it is really pretty. Sometimes when you hate a product, well, I never hated it, but sometimes when you don't like mesh with a product right away, you just gotta keep playing with it and working with it and give it time. Back in with my damp sponge that has the setting spray on it. I'm just making sure it's no lines before we set. And then I'm going to go in with my Valentino cream blush. Isn't this really pretty? You can put this on your lips too, by the way. Just a couple of dots. Stamp it in with a fluffy brush. This is vibrant. Take a little bit of that into the eye area. We're gonna keep the blush real high, and we're gonna use more later. Always make sure that the whole face is cohesive. It's okay to add a little bronzer here and a little this there, and yeah, all that's okay. So now I'm gonna take my damp sponge. Just has water in it, and blend my under eye with the blush by just lightly pressing. And we're not going to blend this down too hard, just enough. Okay, let's take this off now. It's ready. See, count your right off. Oh, so pretty. You know, all we need, us black girls, is a lip liner on and some gloss anyway. Okay, so when you got your little stain, you good to go. Take this setting spray blender and just do the nose. Hit it a little bit, because we're about to go in with the powder. Just make sure everything is nice and blended. You don't ever want to set any patches because it's just no coming back. It'll get gonky. Just make sure it's all smooth before you put down the powder. And we're going to set with our damp sponge and this hourglass. Setting the makeup with a damp sponge is next level. All the bitches gonna be running up to you saying, your makeup is so pretty. You'll be like, thank you. They are gonna be sweating you. And then for me, because I have such trouble around my mouth, you know we gotta set the trouble zones with a powder puff. Press it in. And then for the rest, we're just gonna lay down powder everywhere that we put cream. Take your blush and stamp. And then your transition blush, we're gonna put some more of this down later, but just blend it like you want to lay down everything nice and neat and perfect. Now we're gonna bake with the one size. This one is an Ultra Peach. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna put a little bit on the chin and the lip. Mostly leaving it underneath the eye, because we're about to do the eye look and that's going to catch any fallout. Oh no, girl. My eye is already watering a little bit. We might not be able to do that fun eye look. Okay, let me zoom you in so that we can at least start and try. Okay, I'm about to just lightly fill in the brows. I'm so disappointed. I'm just gonna do small hair strokes. You don't exaggerate the brow too much. Okay, so in order to make sure that your brows are even as possible, and when I say even, I mean lined up, okay? You don't want one up here and one down there. You don't want lopsided brows. You have to step away. You have to look from in a mirror that's far away. And when you're doing your detailing, then that's when you go up close to see where you need to fill in. So I'm gonna step back and make sure that my brows are even. Okay, so far so good. I like them. They look really good. Now let's start laying down our eyeshadow base. Just in case the eye let us do a little something something, I'm gonna use the one by Rare Beauty. I'll take a little bit of my MAC I think it's Studio Fix Concealer or something like that. And I'm going to put a little bit underneath the brow just to start to shape it. And this particular concealer brush right here, it allows you to get really close to the hair without like getting product in there. As you can see, like it's pointy. It really allows you to get really close. I'm gonna tap that in with my finger. Use a clean one for the other brow. Because this is the clean fingers are blending it and helping picking it up. Pushing it in and picking it up. Somebody tried to say something in one of my videos talking about using your hands is so blocked. Baby, I know you want to argue on the internet. I ain't gonna be able to do it though. Like, I don't even read it. That's the sad part. Like, as soon as I see you on BS, I immediately stop reading and block. I don't even read it. It's so sad. And then I have a good chuckle, a good laugh because it cracks me up. And then I kiki with the girlies in the comments who said something nice. Like, that's how it goes, and that's how it's going to always go. Why would I sit there and read some shit you talking to me? Like, I never do that. I never read shit you talking to me. Furthermore, I am the professional of over 30 years, and if I say use your hands, use your hands. All right, we're gonna take, ooh, I'm getting foundation on my thumb. We don't want that. We're gonna take our eye primer and we're gonna prime the lid just in case it allows us to do a little something. And although that Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer comes with a wand and people like to use it directly on their eye, I find it best to put it down and then pick it up. I think you get the most color payoff when you do it that way and everything. Okay, we're gonna go in with our Morphe by Abby Roberts palette. And we're gonna start with this peach shade right here. I'm gonna pick this up for right up underneath the brow bone. I'm gonna just pat that on right up underneath the brow bone. And it's setting that concealer. Blend it out a little bit, soften it with the hand, press it in. Because we're gonna go back to that. That's just the beginning. And then next we're gonna go in with this shade right here. We're gonna use this to sort of soften what we just did to the brow. Like that. Just make that brow look a little bit softer. Then we're gonna go in with this shade right here. And that's gonna be our transition shade. And we're gonna just start buffing that. Buffing that on the lid. Take it out and sweep it out a little bit. This color is a little bit darker than I thought, but we're gonna work with it. When I started, we don't put it down. Might have been something on this brush because either it's that or my pressure when I first started. Because this is, I'm like, it doesn't, I'm like, this is coming across way darker than it looks like it was gonna come across, but not on this eye. So either it was my pressure or it was something dark and deep already on the brush. Sweep a little bit underneath the eye. I'm gonna switch to a more tapered brush and really get in there. And we're gonna take this white and put this in the inner corner because white in the inner corner is just to die. Take a little bit up underneath, just a little. Okay, we're not gonna keep messing with it because you know my eye will start watering. This one in particular. Then we're gonna take this nice dark chocolate brown right here and we're gonna line the eye. Smudge it back and forth, sweep it through the lash line. Don't go all the way to the inner corner though. I want to take a little bit of that and just sweep a little bit, whatever's on the brush, in the lower lash line, right through the hairs. Then put our peach in the waterline. And then we're going to take this shimmer shade right here and just tap a little bit. Just tap a little bit on the inner third of the eye, not a lot. We're keeping this really tight and low. I'm not taking it up. I'm just gonna blend the clean brush. And then I want an orange, but not like a bright orange. So we're gonna use this one right here. We could have used this palette right here. Let's take a little bit of chocolate from this palette and blend. I'm gonna keep it like this because we are gonna do a wing, like a really pretty wing. This Warrior palette by Juvia's Place, I promise you, it's the most loved. It's the best one. I think this is the best one that they ever came out with. I'm gonna keep this out because that palette right there, everything. Yeah, I'll never understand people who click into a makeup video with hatred that because they can't do makeup. I'm literally showing you, but okay. Cute girl. Okay, let me zoom you out because we finna do the wing. All the men gonna be like trying to talk to you. Okay, so for the liner, we're gonna use the Tom Ford. It's a double-sided liner. This side with the gold band is the soft side, and this side right here is the firm side. And this is the best liner for beginners. I know it's expensive, I know, but it's an investment. If you want to get it right, if you want it to be easy, if you want a product that's gonna last long, wear long, all of that, like this is not going to be gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like this is gonna last you, okay? So shake it up, and then you use the soft side. I'm gonna move my mirror back because we're looking far away. You use the soft side to carve out the shape. So I'm gonna raise the brow. I'm not going in this crease right here. I'm pretty much gonna trace what we did already. And it's pretty much at the last lash line, the last lash, and I'm just going to do a swipe up like that, swipe up. That's pretty much it, just to get the shape. Then we're going to connect. Let me zoom you back in a little bit so you can see how I connect. Because I want you to see that I am not all the way at the end. Right here. And then I'm connecting like that. And I didn't mean to do it like that, but you know, I'm trying to show you. So, but pretty much like that. So not all the way at the end. So you use the soft side so that it can paint and flow and hug the curves of your eye. And then you use the firm side to fix anything that, you know, is wiggly. So that's what I'm going to do. Sharpen. And when I fix, the eye is relaxed. Okay, we're going to start dusting off the bake with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is just going to help everything to be blended, seamless, and smooth. I'm going to dust a little bit of this Fenty on too, just a little bit closer to underneath the eye area right here. Because we about to blend this blush with a little bit more. We're about to intensify the blush. So we don't want it to go from blush color to stark under eye, which is, you know, bright light. So this is a very easy look. Like, we didn't use products that's hard to blend out. It wasn't quick. This isn't a quick look, but it's an easy look. It's a natural look. This is like what we call in makeup a simple look. If you don't want to do all of these steps, you don't have to do all of these steps. You could take from this, you know, what you want to use. I'm gonna make sure around my mouth is good. If you want to, you can, you know, press in some setting powder. Press in some setting spray and then go back in with your powder again. Then let's do a light spray. Almost forgot some finishing touches to the eye. This look is to die. Let's put on a little bit of mascara. Just comb through a little bit in the upper lash line, even though we're about to put on a lash. And I was gonna try this to try to like fix the complexion or whatever, to see if it was like would help it not be so dark, but I think it looks good. Like, whenever I'm done with this full face using one size, I just feel like it looks good. This beautiful highlight right here, you know, you can find this on my site, and we're gonna buff a little bit of this onto the highest point of the cheek. Contour the nose. Oh, girl, listen, I'm not responsible if you go out looking like this and come back pregnant. Don't come for me. I'm already letting you know, like, that's not my business, family. It's just not. Let's go on with these lashes, because yeah, first let's do the lip. First let's do the brows and the lower lash line. So let's put on a little bit of brow laminate. I feel like my brows are just not at their best today. Oh yeah, see, that's pretty. That's real pretty right there. Start toward the outer part of your eye and then just set it down. Girl, that is absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah, you gonna be able to get you a high value man, boo. Okay, let's do the lip. This lip I've been really into. It's not red, but it's also not nude. You're gonna get a little wine going today. It's giving Pink Friday Nicki Minaj. Let's lighten up the center a little bit with a peach. It's just a peach dollar store gloss. Always keep you a peach. I look so sophisticated, grown, sexy. Like, oh my god, like, there's a grown, like, look, I'm a grown woman, okay? I mean, this look is just so pretty. And the CEO lash, oh, I got a surprise for you. I am running a promotion, free gift with purchase when you purchase 2 or more lashes off of my site. Yes, girl. Head there right after this video and get you 2 pairs of lashes so that you can get a free gift with purchase. And baby, it's good. It's good. You're gonna wanna take advantage of this sale, okay? Sign up for my free VIP. That is where I pick all my giveaway winners from, and it's me and your DM, keeping you in the know about all things beauty, makeup, skincare, fashion, ingredients, what to stay away from, what to use, what is out now that is the hottest talk of the town that all the girlies are loving because they are getting major results from it. Okay, you need to stay in the know. It's my job to keep you looking good, so that's what I'm gonna do. And in the meantime, click like, click share, click subscribe, duh, and I'll be sure to see you on the next one.
I've been losing friends and finding peace.